All right, we are live. We are live. Let's go ahead and talk about this. This has been an embarrassing game. This has been a horrible game, and I'm not going to stay long. I'm not going to stay long because I have to take my son out. He has been asking me like crazy to take him somewhere, and I am going to take him out today because usually throughout the day we go out and we come and watch Georgia Southern football in the evening. So it is a little bit different, but we are going to be talking about this game. Old Dominion embarrasses Georgia Southern 45-10. This has been a shellacking, and I saw this as soon as JC French threw that first interception. When I saw that, I knew that was going to be the defining moment of the game. That's what was going to happen. So we're going to talk about this, and like I said, I'm not going to be very long. I'm not going to be long, but I'm gonna get up out of here. G-Rob, how you doing, bro? How are you doing? Good to see you, my man. Georgia Southern has won 2 in a row, but when it comes to this game, which was a game that I thought was going to be more competitive, they end up laying an egg. And it started right out the gate. We got the ball, and we was going to drive down the field and try to make something happen. I think it was like the second or third play of the game. JC French throws an interception. And after that, the bottom fell out. ODU scores on 3 plays after that, and Georgia Southern could never catch up. Now, there's a lot. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot. The only thing that we're going to say that Ryan Applin, it's on him. At the end of the day, it is on Ryan Applin. I'm not even mad at Brandon Bailey. If you're still mad at Brandon Bailey at this point, you just want to find somebody to be mad at, because you already know what the defense is. The defense is what it is. We knew that the defense was going to give up X amount of points, and that's just the way that they roll. I mean, you can go throughout the entire year. Georgia Southern just been giving up points. They've been giving up yards. It is what it is. So I'm not necessarily tripping on that. But I really thought that Georgia Southern was going to be in another shootout today, and this was going to be the issue with Georgia Southern. Can they sustain a shootout against Old Dominion? Because your defense can't hold water, and the offense is efficient, but there was nothing that Ryan Applin could have done. There's nothing it seemed like there's nothing that Ryan Applin could have done to make this more competitive. There was no plays that was drawn up. There was nothing that could have been, more exotic, anything that was more. I mean, even if they would have tried to do some trick plays, I would have been like, okay, they're trying to do something. But I didn't even see that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed it. You guys can let me know. But I don't know. They didn't even try to get Camden Brown in space. This is what Casey Wesley is saying. They didn't even try to throw the ball to him. Now, I will give Old Dominion some credit. They probably knew that Camden Brown was the guy that can make Georgia Southern's offense go. So they probably shelled him. They probably boxed him off. They probably did something to keep him at bay. But that's still no excuse for that. You still got to find ways to get your best players the ball. And it seemed like everything was just vanilla. It was just vanilla out there. They did nothing to make ODU work on defense. They did nothing. So at the end of the day, the blame falls primarily on Ryan Applin and Coach Clay Helton. Brandon Bailey, sorry, sir. I'm not even mad at you because your defense put up this type of performance pretty much all the time. I mean, so you was on brand. Everything about this game was predicated on if the offense can move. And that's basically what it was. If the offense could move, you was going to be somewhat successful. They were able to do nothing. The offense was able to do nothing. Even when you tried to go for it on 4th down, you had Weston Bryant out there on, I think it was 2 occasions. You had him out on a 4th and 3, and then you tried to go for it again on 4th down. They knew what you were trying to do. Stop being so predictable. I mean, let me see if I can find this, where it is. If I can find it. It is on, I don't think they have all the plays on here. Such touchdown punt. Yeah, here we go. Do they have this drive? No. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it. Here it is right here. I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see this. Yeah, right here it is right here. I don't understand why would they do this. Let me pull this up so you guys can see this. Because this is ridiculous. No, not you. Here we go. Yo, look at this. Let me see if I can pull this up. This right here. Where is it? No, that's no. Let me go back. I had it up and then it went away. Yeah, right here. This right here. This makes no sense. Right here. You already was down 14-0 at the time. I think it was down 14-0. And you do this 1 yard run with Weston for 1 yard on a 3rd and 3. Why would you do this? And then turn right back around. Turn this right back around, and you do a 0 yard run right after that. Don't worry, son. I already told them I'm not going to take long because I gotta take you out. Hold on, come here. I don't know if G-Rob's here. I want G-Rob to see this. Hold on. Let me see. Is this the G-Rob? Look at this. If you're still here, look at this. Look how much this boy has grown in the last few times you probably see him. I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, look at this. This boy is 6 years old now, and he's a grown man. Can't tell him nothing. Remember when he was in diapers, he was sitting in my lap. He was sitting in my lap. He was in diapers, and then he tried to clown me playing video games when he was like 2. Look at him. He's all grown up now. All right, give me about 10 more minutes. Let me get out of here, okay? All right, give me come on. I love you. All right. So yeah, it's crazy how, yeah, he is grown now, right? Like he has grown up so fast, like it, right? Exactly. He is grown up. Like you remember when he was like a baby, like sitting on my lap right here. He's like grown up, but yeah, Drewski, I agree. The coordinators are absolutely clueless. But this is what I'm saying. When you see this, I'm gonna pull it back up so you guys can see it. Why would you do this right here when you're down 14-0? They're so predictable. I mean, you sit here and you look at it, you run a 1 yard on a 3rd and 3, a sneak play, and even if that didn't work, you could have turned back around and tried to do something different, but you do another no huddle for no yards. I didn't mean to do that. How did I do that? Can I get out of this? Okay, that's probably the best way to do that. All right, let me back out. Get back out of here. But yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. At the end of the day, the problem with this game was the game was clearly on Ryan Applin. Ryan Applin was the guy. He was the one that caused this game to get the way it was. There was no exotic plays. There was nothing going on that would help this offense move the ball downfield because you're already going to be in a shootout. Yeah, these coaches, they always outthink themselves. I don't understand. Like, what are we doing? It's crazy. So let's look at these stats here. J.C. French, 16-24, 147, 1 interception, which that interception right there pretty much sealed the game. You got to get out and you got to start good. You got to start rolling and you got to go out in front with this team. Teo Todd was your main top rusher at 25 yards. O.J. Arnold is your main guy who actually got recognition from ESPN last week. O.J. Arnold, he got hurt, so that was a big deal. Marcus Sanders had 4 catches for 88 yards, 1 good 52-yard catch. Dylan Gary had the touchdown catch. And Camden Brown, look at this. They just basically neutralized him. 3 catches for 20 yards. 3 catches for 20 yards. You're not going to get anywhere like that. You're just not going to get anywhere like that. Defensively, Brandon Tyson, probably one of the biggest additions or one of the biggest contributors to this season. 9 tackles, 7 of them was solo. MJ Stroud had another guy. MJ Stroud, look at this. I mean, he had 5 total tackles, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. This guy's a monster, man. He's a junior. Hopefully he comes back. He's like really good. I got a feeling he's probably going to transfer out. when you look at what Old Dominion did, 12 of 18, 140 for Colton Joseph. Very, very, very low budget when it comes to throwing the ball. But look at his runs. 20 carries for 189 and a touchdown. Yeah, 10 points. Like this team is capable of putting up 40 at any time. They have the talent to put up 40 at any time. And like I said, the offensive coordinator ran no plays to help this offense. Zero. Traquan Jones had 14 for 73. Hargrove had 3 touchdowns rushing. They had 5 total touchdowns on the ground. The receiving didn't do too much. 2 catches here, 4 catches there. Their top receiver, Thomas, had 451. We did get 1 turnover. And the defense, their defense didn't really have to do much. It was a bunch of 3 and outs. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, I'm just sitting there just thinking back. Like, I'm thinking now, like, you got to play Marshall next. This is your next game. And Marshall look like they're about to go bowling because they're about to be Appalachian State. And already off the rip, they give us a 29% chance to win this game. It's just crazy. So I don't know how that's going to go, but you still got another running back. You got a quarterback that runs the ball very well. But I don't have much else to say, man. It's just really, it's really embarrassing. Is ODU the cream of the crop? No, they're number 2 in the division. They're number 2 in the division. This is your cream of the crop of the division right here. That's your cream of the crop of the division. You got ODU number 2 in the division. It's James Madison, ODU, and everybody else. He's showing them that.
Yeah, the Mario Party 8.
Yeah, so that's your cream of the crop, James Madison, and then you got ODU, and then what? I need to see the conference standings. I'm curious to see how that is.
It holds 20 per
Let
game.
me pull this up. I'm glad you said that. I want to look at that now.
What did you say?
No, I was talking to the guys over here. Go boy. I don't know how I'll pull up just the. I don't know how I'll pull up just the Sun Belt from here. Maybe if I do this, let me see full scoreboard. Teams. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Teams. There we go. All conferences. Pull up the Sun Belt. Oh, they won't let me. It won't pull up the whole. Let me see. Let me look at this. Okay, here we go. All conferences. Let's go. Sun Belt. Here we go. There we go. All right, so in the East, this is what you got. You got JMU, ODU, Coastal Carolina. We just beat Coastal Carolina. And then you got Marshall, then us. Damn, look at Appalachian State. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm about to say something. They're actually 1-5. That's crazy. Then you got lowly punk ass Georgia State. Yeah, they're 1-9. And on the West, you got Southern Miss, Troy, ULM, and everybody else. Your cousin ran track for James Madison, so you're rooting for. Hey man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yeah, James Madison, man, they're looking really good. Are they ranked? I don't think they're ranked. Yeah, they're 10-1 right now, but yeah, man. But I don't have anything else to say, man. I'm somewhat disappointed, but I'm more disappointed with the offense because the offense should have been keeping up with this team. They should have been keeping up with the team, but the offensive coordinator did them no favors. They really did not do them any favors, and Ryan Applin got an answer for that. I don't know if he will, but he has to. But I don't have nothing. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm just lost for words, honestly. It just not much stuff. I will say this. Hopefully they can make something happen at Marshall. But if they don't, it's time to make a coaching change. And a lot of people already think it's time to make a coaching change already. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta take my little son, take my little man out. I told him all day I was gonna take him out. We usually go out in the afternoon and come home to watch the football game. But this game was at 1:00, so we're here. And I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out to G-Rob, man. I appreciate you coming through. Drewski, Gata, Wesley, Casey Wesley. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna be with these guys forever, man. I got this on. I got my cup right here. I got my banners up. I'm gonna be wearing some Georgia Southern stuff when I go out in a few minutes, man. There ain't nothing changed. I love my team. I love my school, man. I've been rocking with this team since 1990. It ain't nothing going to change. I've been rocking with the team since I was like 8 years old. There's nothing going to change, but we'll see how they go. We're going to be jumping on the bandwagon to see if they could beat Marshall, see if they can get them to a bowl, and we're just going to be keeping it moving. But I'm going to get out of here. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Thank you, G-Rob. Thanks everybody else that came through. And I guess we'll talk some Falcons tomorrow, right? They play the Saints. Nah, probably not. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all take it easy. I'll be blessed. All right, y'all. Peace. For sure, I'm going to be safe. For sure.